Hey everybody, how you doing today? Coming at you today with just a really quick video on a book recommendation. There's a guy named Dr. Scott Johnson, and he used to be basically the doctor for Young Living that would do all their educational videos for a while, talk about the oils and kind of what they did, what they were, what was in them. And so he narrated a bunch of the videos, and he was with Young Living, I don't know how long personally, but he ended up leaving Young Living, and what he did mostly when I spoke with him, because I did speak with him, it was really great. I got to, when I did a speaking event in Florida, I got to speak with him, which was pretty awesome, and it was great because I got to listen through, his whole presentation on what oils are, what do they do, how do they work, what's the evidence behind them. And he's a very intelligent, very knowledgeable man. But he ended up leaving Young Living because, well, his heart just kind of told him he had other ventures to pursue. And one of the big ones, too, was his research and his book writing that he did. And so the way Scott does his stuff is there are many books like myself. I love the metaphysical aspect and, kind of the hippie side of it. Let's call it that way. But what Scott does is he's a very left-brained, logical, analytical, show me the science version behind what it is. And so he ended up writing, he's got a couple of books out. One of my favorite ones, though, is called Surviving When Modern Medicine Fails. And this book is available on Amazon, and I can tell you it is a wonderful book. And this book is especially for you ladies if you've got husbands that, aren't really into it, or they're like, no, it's a bunch of junk, there's no science behind it, or if your doctor or somebody says, oh, there's no evidence whatsoever to support that essential oils can do anything. Well, number one, that statement is completely untrue. There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of studies out there showing that essential oils can be very beneficial in supporting your health in a myriad of ways. I mean, you can go on to pubmed.gov. That is a government-run, basically medical research website. You can go on there and you can find so many thousands. It's not even fun. I have a lot of fun reading up on that stuff. But so if anyone ever tries to tell you there's no evidence they can do anything, that statement is completely bogus. The only thing there is a shortage of is people who are willing to do the time to look for it and read about it. That's the only thing there's a shortage of. There is no shortage of studies, I can assure you. I have seen so many thousand, I can't remember them all. So I guess that's what books are for in the internet, so you can go back and read it. Anyway, what Scott Johnson does basically is he kind of combs through all of these things and says, what logically, what medically, what analytically, what do the studies actually show, what can help, how, where, what, and those types of deals. So anybody that has, not only for themselves, because he breaks down like esters, alcohols, the drug interaction medications, like he really put his homework in with this. So anybody who wants to know, hey, I'm on X medication, I'm curious about this oil, is there anything to show that there's any interactions? He does a really, 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 really good job of going through and giving you this information. So it's a left-brained, logical, medical field side, basically, approach to looking at essential oils, not just, essential, because there's many aspects to look at it. We don't know everything about them. We have very little understanding of them. Like, many of the oils, we can't even identify all the chemicals in them. So for us to be able to say we know how these things work, it is way above our head. And so anybody who really kind of wants a reality check on it too, to say, wow, maybe I really don't know everything about these oils, this is another really, really good book to pick up because he did an excellent job categorizing it, chronicling. I mean, he's got hundreds of studies that he cites in the back that he actually wrote why he said which things do which and how to support them. So that's excellent to be able to have, these peer-reviewed studies that back up what you're saying, be able to say, hey, here's what this oil and its benefits are, and here's its drug interactions or no drug interactions that are known so far. And remember, we don't know everything, so be sure to talk to your doctor about it. But the thing is, your doctor, if they want to say there's no evidence, this is a really good book to drop off for them. Just gonna throw it out there, be like, hey, if you want to look at a couple hundred medical studies and the breakdown of it, good luck with that. I mean, honestly, I don't know any doctors that are going to be willing to open a book and read about this but you never know. Times are changing. So, anybody else, just so you know, Scott put out this awesome book, and he's a really great guy. It was a lot of fun visiting with him. We went out for dinner after after our little our speaking event, and I got to know him a little bit. So it was very fun to be able to chat with him. I will fully disclose, however, Scott did send me this copy of his book for free because I told him I was going to do a video on it. I already bought a copy and I loved it. It just somehow disappeared down my downline. So full disclosure, I got a free book out of the video. However, I was gonna buy it anyway, so I figured why not ask. Like, I was still gonna do the video. So ladies and especially gentlemen out there, because gentlemen have a tendency to be more the left brain, analytical, mathematical, logical thinking, which is more of a male characteristic and testosterone based, the straight line, the arrow. So for any of the ladies out there, or you men, that if you want to take a look at it scientifically, how can I start looking at this stuff? This is a great place to start. So it's only, it's about 250 pages long maybe, and it's not a fast read because there is a lot of information to absorb. The better you can understand these things, the better you can use them to help support your health and your body. Because when you know what oils do, then you know how to use them, and then you can really get some spectacular effects. So hopefully this video has been beneficial. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Remember, get this guy's book. It is a, oh sorry, don't cover up his name. It is a great book. He does a wonderful job. Great guy. And I've got nothing but great things to say about him, and especially his book most importantly. So ladies and gentlemen out there, remember, stay healthy, my friends.